The support that Negro Tatum has been used to having. He understands now, by seeing the writing on the wall, that he will lose that support. Now, although his majority of people are white people that actually hate black people, and you're wondering, okay, if they hate black people, then why do they support Brandon Tatum? Because he is black. For the simple fact is, they realized that he was willing to turn his back on his own people. They will use these people. They don't have to like them to support him, because their agenda is, we want these people out of the way. We don't want them to have any rights, and eventually we want them dead. So what better way to succeed at this than to have some of their own people be against them? This has been going on a lot of years, even back in slavery. This is where the term house nigga comes from. They didn't like that house nigga, but they treated that house nigga better than the field niggas. Why? Cause confusion, to keep them enslaved. If we have these people going against each other instead of coming together, they will always be separated. Separation means we can control them. Unity, having all these people acting as one, there's no way that we could have enslaved them. So they understood what they needed to do, and they did it. So even today now, the house Negroes are Candace Owens. The house Negroes are Negro Tatum. What can I get? Can I get an extra biscuit, master? Yeah, but you got to go against the field niggas out there. Oh, no problem, master. No problem. Can I have butter on it too? It's funny, but then it's ridiculous at the same time, because we know that this is going on and it has been going on. It's a fucking shame. Now that Tatum has his family growing, his wife is pregnant. Not only is she pregnant, she's a high-risk pregnancy because she has type 2 diabetes. It's very dangerous. So she's high risk. She shouldn't be doing anything. Any stress could trigger a number of problems. And I'm pretty sure her doctor has warned her about this more than one time. Brandon is trying to think of ways to get as much money as he can, because he sees the writing on the wall. He realizes that, you know what? My support is going to dwindle. My material will not be as strong as it was in the past. His material is hateful, and this is why so many white people, they cling to it, because they enjoy that hatred. Imagine Brandon Tatum or Candace Owens being truthful all the time, 100% true facts all the time. Black people wouldn't be wrong all the time, now would they? So then this would be of no interest to these hateful white individuals. They pay money to these people for one reason: to have them hate their own people just as much as they do. And they are willing to pay for something like this. See, now that Trump is not president anymore and Biden is, and then you have a vice president that's black. Not only black, but a black female. They are pissed off. They have more hatred now than they have ever had in the past. A lot more. A lot of these people, if they don't watch it with all this hate, a lot of them, if they're not already taking high blood pressure medicine, they will be. They gonna stress themselves out. I've been hearing everything from they want to move out the country to they want to start a war. Even some of these white women are saying that if Biden stays the president, then they wouldn't have a reason to live because they don't have enough money to leave the country. And so then they would just be stuck. So they would rather just commit suicide. And I'm serious about that. I mean, it's ridiculous. But now we see how much hatred these people have. I mean, it's outstanding. So then, with his family growing, he has to make sure that he collects as much money as he can, even if he has to lie about it. Oh, I'm trying to start a network. But he claims to support Trump 100%, so then why not raise money for Trump's defense to try to maybe turn things around? Well, let me break that down. See, he already understands that this is not going to happen. Even if they allow him to go to court, the odds of him winning is the same odds that you have of winning the lottery. Slim and none. So he realizes this. So now he is abandoning Trump and everybody else related to him, which I told you that they would. Now he's thinking about himself and his family. My family's growing, my wife is pregnant, and also she's a high-risk pregnancy. So I got to collect as much money as I can. Remember, he has no 9-to-5, nor does he want one. He's too lazy for that now. This nigga has been used to laying around and creating videos, just, you know. This nigga don't want no fucking job. So he would rather manipulate the people into giving him the money that he needs rather than just being truthful. The truth, Brandon feels, will never get him anywhere. His whole life has been a lie. His whole life has been one complete lie. So has Candace Owens' life. She sees an opportunity, she jumps on it. I've even heard of her, I mean, I don't know how true this is. I can't give you a 100% guarantee, but I've heard of her actually sleeping with men to get a certain amount of money so she can buy a certain car or buy certain clothes or stay in a certain apartment. And she has did this all of her life. Now, I feel as though this broad is ugly. I call it like I see it. As a matter of fact, I think she's a tranny. I think this motherfucker's a man. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not laughing about it. I think this fucking female is really a fucking dude. I mean, look at her, man. Look at her. I showed you the fucking picture. And men would pay her for sex? What? There had to be some desperate men that wanted to pay her for sex. That ugly broad, man. Shit, no wonder she angry all the time. And I'll tell you something else. She used the opportunity of George Floyd's fame to gather even more support. She knew that that was the right time to completely go against George Floyd, because all the black people in the world, it seemed like, was on the side of George Floyd. So she took that opportunity to go against him. Going against him would be so surprising that she would gain a lot of attention. And she loves attention. Candace Owens loves attention. If she ever loses that same attention, I'm telling you, she would commit suicide. She would kill herself. She would. And as a matter of fact, she's in a panic now because she realizes that, you know what? Those perks and benefits are over. This is why they're so upset. And this is also why, yet again, I'll mention it, that Brandon is trying to collect as much money as he can. He doesn't want to start a network. He wants to collect enough money to be able to take care of his growing family, because he realizes that monetizing is not going to get it anymore. He realizes this. He sees the writing on the wall. So if any of you dummies want to give him money, I really feel sorry for you. He's using the shit out of you. And then in the coming months, next year, when you're looking for this network, it's not going to happen. And he'll have some large excuse. Oh, well, this happened and that happened, and, you know, any kind of lie will do. Will you ask for your money back, or will you just walk away and just take the loss? I wonder. We'll see. Stop letting these people manipulate you. And again, why isn't he raising money for Trump's defense rather than trying to build some network? What is that network going to do? Is it going to change anything, Brendan? I don't think so. I mean, really think about this. At a time like this, all the support for Trump that they claim to have, and, you know, all this going on, he wants to build a network? That doesn't pan out. That doesn't make any sense. Unless he realizes that, you know what? My channel is coming down. The tides have changed. I can no longer make the money that I've been used to making. Don't be idiots and give that man any money. Let him take care of his family like a man. Go to fucking work. Real men, they take care of their families. They don't depend on anybody else to do it for them. And you playing a fucking game because you are depending on strangers. You don't know these people, and you don't know what can happen one day from the next. They have a job today, but then they lose it tomorrow. That means if they lose their job, you lose money coming from them. And then the next person, and then the next person. Until you won't get enough money to even be able to buy a fucking Happy Meal, much less take care of your fucking family. This is why he's collecting money in a panic. Oh, if y'all give me this money, I'm gonna start my own network, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. He ain't gonna do shit but damn live off that money like you've been doing. Let these men take care of themselves, because one day all this is going to be done and over with. I'm telling you, nothing lasts forever, nothing, especially when it has to do with money. All of you should know that. All of you should realize this. It's going to be done. So then what? It's nothing worse than to see a 70-year-old man not enjoying his or her retirement, but yet they have to work somewhere. They have to be a Walmart greeter. And you can tell they don't want to do it. They got ailments, they got problems, they got health problems, and they have to stand on their feet almost 8 hours a day. If they don't, then they can't buy their fucking medicine and have some place to stay at the same time. It's nothing worse than that. It's nothing worse than that. All these people, not just Brandon Tatum, Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, and all the other people that beg for money on YouTube. You're going to be 70 years old with major health problems and still having to work somewhere. You're going to die at the fucking job trying to take care of yourself. So you're not working now while you're young and you're enjoying all this money that these people are giving you. But then later on, when that stops, you're going to be 70, 80 years old, broke. You got to be kidding me. But they're not thinking of that. They think day by day. Oh shit, I'm making $5,000 just from monetizing shit. I'm straight. What? What about 5 years down the road, huh? You think these people are going to continue taking care of you well into your 70s and 80s? Maybe until you die? Putting your eggs in one basket. Wow, I tell you, I thought these people were smart, but now you're understanding that these people are not smart at all. Now, Candace Owens, now this is another thing about her. She realizes that now her plans to elevate in the government with these high positions, she won't have. They have been totally eliminated. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if she is in the bed with a box of tissue crying her eyes out. Her husband trying to console her. She, get the fuck away from me. I don't love you anyway. I just used you. I'm telling you. She crying her eyes out right now because she understands it's over. Trump might have told her, wait until my next term, and I can put you over here, and I can put you over there. And maybe he even told Brandon that too. I guarantee you they would never reveal it, but it's you kind of think that maybe he did promise them something besides just a little money here and there to support him. Because I've heard that too. I've heard he gave out an ass load amount of money just for black support. Oh yeah. The lady that he exonerated, that he let out of prison, I heard he gave her, I think it was like $300,000. Yep. That's why she stands right beside him whenever he calls her. Benefiting. You ain't got to like the person to support him, you see? And it's the same thing with these white people that support Brandon Tatum. They don't have to like him to support him. And the only reason that they do support him is because he's hatred toward his own kind. They love that. It's nothing better. Use your common sense. Things are about to change drastically. And a lot of people, they're not going to like it. Trump promised a lot of people jobs and positions. As a matter of fact, he had his whole family doing something in this government. Now they lose those jobs. Because Biden, I'm telling you, he going to get rid of them in one swoop. This is why they upset, in one swoop. Not to mention, Trump is going to prison. You're talking about at least 5 different charges. Now you have the Trump supporters, when I mentioned that in my previous video, they just started writing comments and, oh, you're probably going to erase my comment, but what charges are you referring to? You'll see. You'll see. You will see. And ain't a damn thing you can do about it. That's why Trump is upset more than what he should be. That's why he don't want to take defeat, because he realizes as soon as Biden is sworn in, they coming to lock Trump's ass up. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. He's going to be right beside Bill Cosby. He was talking shit about Bill Cosby, but he's going to be right beside him. Trump will not make it in prison. I'm telling you. The first 2 months, you'll find that motherfucker dead. by his own hands. Ain't nobody else got to do nothing to him. He'll be so scared to death that they are, he'll off himself. Because fear is a motherfucker, I'm telling you. It'll make you want to kill yourself or hurt yourself trying to get away from it. So use your common sense and don't give any money to Negro Tatum. Don't give no money to them. Let them take care of themselves. And if they can't, then it's their own fault. Because you have to take care of yourself. You can't think about nobody else. First priority is you and yours.